This is for my other surfer buddy, Mr. Finnerty. Do the math, buddy. Do the math. Here's some math for you. Okay. Now quantify the amount of parts. This is just part of the math. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a scaled down version of it to make it simple, because otherwise the numbers are going to get really big. Okay. You work for a company. Say there's 100 people that work there in a say a place that's maybe 80 feet by maybe 125 feet long. A machine shop, a large machine shop. Okay. And in the corner you have what's called the parts bin. Okay. Now out of those parts bins, some of those parts are made on site right there by our machinists. And then there are other parts that are made by other vendors. So they make money through us, right, by the things that we sell. Right. Okay, so we have those parts in our inventory. And naturally, that's all computer stuff, which back then was known as MRP, Material Requirement Planning. Okay, so it knows how many parts it needs in order to produce a particular product that's going to get sold as an end user product that you thus see on the visible light mathematical equation, right? Mathematical side. Okay, so now you got all the people that are making money, that pay their bills to live in the house the way that they do on a Truman Show set, based on all those parts that are being made. Now, a lot of these vendors, particularly if you get into the space shuttle project, how many contractors were involved in that? These are massive budgets that we, by the way, are paying for. Okay, so let's just keep this small in numbers. So now you got all those parts. Sorry, now they're all part numbers that are part of larger part numbers that are all what are known as significant part numbers. Numbers are energy. Okay. So now all these beings that are out here have all been trained on how to use different machines to either modify a part, spin a part out, or assemblers that are going to put all the parts out of the inventory that are either made by the machinist on the site or they've been bought. Okay. Now your job is to cost all that out. And electrons, numbers, right? Including the light bill, indirect, direct costs, okay? That all goes into the system, right? So now they're going to measure the loss and gain of electrons and light on a water distribution table from everything that's being made and sold across the planet, okay? As commerce, okay? So all the big companies are all in the business of making a profit, right? So it's in their best interest, right, to do what? Keep selling. So what you begin to see over time is what happened is, because this is how the vampire gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? By extracting the resources from the planet from which these things are thus made, and people get paid their check to do what it is that they do within the system based on the numbers that are being crunched in the planetary system, right? Okay. So just on one scale, you say those people that are all working in that plant, that are all making those parts to sell that out, they depend on that income. That means that they depend on that corporation for that corporation keeping its lights on to keep paying you what it is that you do. Only to find out that later on somebody knocks on your door from Interpol, U.S. Marshal, you're being picked up. What did I do? You were working for Hex Engineering back in, when was that? 1979, 1980. Did you realize that the parts that you were making were going into particular types of bombs that were used to kill somebody in another star nation? Whoa, really? Yeah, when we're in a state of peace. Well, I committed a war crime? You committed a crime against the law of one. I didn't know. Well, at Nuremberg, that didn't save their butt. Did it? I'm the United States of America, okay? I have immunity to that. We don't honor that. Oh, but we'll prosecute that. So you telling me it's all show? Yeah, it's all show. It's a psychological operation, buddy boy. They play both sides of the game. Okay. Working against the center. Who's the center? I am. The center point of every sphere. That's what love is. When it's in perfect balance, experiencing a love vibration. Okay, so in other words, all these corporate factories, all these businesses that are associated with each other, a machine shop in West Covina, California. What do you do for a living, buddy? I got a family and 4 kids, and I'm just able to make my house payment. Hell, I was only paying, what? Pick a number. $2,000 last month. Now I'm paying $3,000. Where do you think that's going? Same folks. Yeah, but I'm dependent on them. Oh, so they're trying to kill you off, so now you're dependent on them to kill you? Wow, now what am I going to do? If I'm a war criminal working for a corporation that's at war against creation, what am I going to do? I'm forced to commit crimes. This, I'm afraid, was what I was experiencing when I was a child. Where do you go to escape being a criminal? Held within the net, relying upon them for money. That's called capture. That's how they capture you. That's the truth of it.